Transit planning in Toronto and the GTA is a broken process. Elected officials, while well-intentioned, are playing politics rather than addressing our real needs. We want to outline what has gone on in this region and bring some insight into how to solve these problems in a more practical way. If you've ever tried to ride the Yonge University Spadina subway in the morning rush hour, you've probably watched full trains go by before you're able to get on one. Nowhere is overcrowding worse on the TTC than on the Yonge line and at Yonge Bloor Station, and there's good reason for that. Leading up to 2006, travel demands evolved as downtown workers migrated to the 905 regions. In 1986, 1 in 5 downtown workers lived outside Toronto. During this period, commuting from inner-city areas of Toronto to downtown actually declined, freeing up some space on Toronto's subway. However, there was a dramatic increase in downtown commuting from York Region. South York accounted for much of this growth, and almost half of these commuters used the TTC, causing TTC ridership from York Region to almost double between 1986 and 2006. The past 5 years have seen major changes in commuting patterns. The biggest increases in peak work travel downtown have come from Toronto's inner-city districts. Yonge subway trains are already jam-packed during peak periods south of Sheppard, and York Region residents will eat up any spare capacity on the University Spadina line once the extension to Vaughan Metropolitan Centre opens. Over the past 25 years, the number of people commuting into Toronto from north of the city has almost tripled. York Region has the lowest GO train usage of any of the surrounding regions, and those commuters disproportionately choose to take the subway, where commuters living in Halton, Peel, and Durham overwhelmingly choose GO trains for their downtown commutes. In the 20 years from 1986 to 2006, we saw an increase of almost 5,000 local transit trips from York Region to downtown in the morning rush period. Most of them fed right into Finch Station. And most people who ride the Sheppard subway feed into the Yonge line too, and are headed for downtown Toronto. This kind of growth is more than the city is seeing from anywhere else. While there have been increases in total downtown commuting from Peel and Halton regions, those increases have been accommodated by more frequent GO train service. TTC use by commuters living west of Toronto has actually declined over time. Plans are underway to increase the capacity of the Yonge line, including the new, more spacious rocket trains and a modern signal system, which should allow the TTC to operate more frequent service. However, given projected increases in subway and LRT usage, including the new Eglinton Crosstown line set to open in 2020, overcrowding is only going to get worse. There are lots of problems facing transit in the region, but none so pressing as the capacity issues on Toronto's main north-south transit artery. More than 250,000 people experience this problem every day, and no one is promising a solution in the short to medium term. For any solution to actually work, it's going to have to find a way to divert people from the Yonge line and offer another way to get into and out of the downtown core. The Downtown Relief Line will address these and other issues, but in the long term, the continued health of Toronto's economy requires more immediate action. The next episode will assess each of the current GTA transit proposals that are already on the table.